Welcome to the Berel Solomon Show. How you doing? We have a very special guest with us today. Are you ready for ELIAS? ELIAS is a key account manager here at Wealthy Commercials. I hired ELIAS, how long would you say ELIAS ago?
It's about 7 months at this point.
About 7 months. And ELIAS was my first salesman that made it past 30 days at Wealthy Commercials. We have been able to grow this company, I'd say about 400% since last year. But today what we would like to discuss is how to be an entrepreneur. Entrepreneur, for those of you who don't understand, who are not familiar with that word, it means an entrepreneur means that you're the one who started the business, who went out and did it from scratch. An entrepreneur is somebody that works within the business but has an entrepreneurial mindset and an entrepreneurial role to help the business grow.
So thank you for giving us salesmen the chance to shine today and speak about what we do. So I'm going to speak about how to be an entrepreneur and how to get yourself into position to actually do the things that entrepreneurs do. So first point here is pick the right company. So what I actually see is a lot of people telling me what their commission structure is like. They're telling me they have quotas and that they have to hit these quotas, and if they don't make any commission, and they can be selling $30,000, $40,000 per month, but their quota is $50,000 and they don't get anything. And what's even worse is that every single month it seems that their quotas go up, or even sometimes in the middle of a quarter they'll say, well, we have to bump up the numbers, and they miss their bonus. This is not a good way. This is not a type of company you want to be in, because you want to get paid on every single sale you do. So compromise on the high salary, take a lower salary, and take the higher commission. That's the best route to go.
By the way, Elias wrote this whole thing, no coaching, all him. Pick the right company. It's very important to pick the right vehicle for the business that you are going to be in. I see so many people out there taking these sales jobs where you only get commission. I think that's ridiculous. I think that people need a base salary in order to live for the first couple months while they're building up their portfolio, while they're building up their customer base. Two is you got to be working for a company that you're not just a number at. And another point is, you have sales positions, listen, I'm going to create some haters here, but I'm going to say it anyways, people who do sales for ACN. I think that's great. But I think it's a good learning experience maybe when you're 20 years old, but you cannot work for ACN for the rest of your life. ACN is what is that? It's
multi-level marketing.
Multi-level marketing, pyramid type of marketing. That's not a real job. I'm just throwing it out there. Arbonne, I think you guys are great. I think you guys work hard and everything, but that's not the type of vehicle that we're talking about. Arbonne people, ACN people, I love you, but it's not a full-time job. Actually, if you had a real job in a big company, you'd meet a lot of people and be able to bring those people into your fold.
Okay, so second point here is pick an innovative leader, an innovative company, a company that's constantly changing the game, because this gives you the position. You just want to execute as a salesperson. If you have somebody who's thinking about new ways to make money and to go into new industries, and all you really have to do is do what you're good at, which is execute, make sales, get in front of people, this is how you can make a lot of money.
So there's a certain peace of mind that comes when you start your own business. A lot of people think, I'm going to become rich by starting my own business. No, you're going to become miserable, and most of you are going to become poor, okay? Because it's really, really hard, and I didn't just open up Wealthy Commercials one day and became some business guru. I have 15 years experience behind me, which allowed me to do it. It makes me sick to see 20-year-old kids going out and becoming entrepreneurs and starting an app. You have no idea what you're doing, kid, all right? You just don't. You got to go learn and focus on your strengths and know what you're good at. And the answer isn't always starting your own business. The answer is finding whatever it is your strengths, you're strong at, focusing on that, building that, and honing in on that so that you could then turn that strength into a very strong livelihood.
So now we picked the company, you're working in a good place, you have a good commission structure, you like what you're doing, you're ready to go. Second thing, activity equals money. So obviously, if you're talking to one person and you're hoping that you get that email back from that one guy, you're not gonna do anything. That email might never come, and you can't wish upon that star on that one client. You got to speak to 100 people to get one person that's gonna buy. So activity equals money. Daily follow-ups. So I have a list of about 20, 30 hot leads. These people get talked to. That I call them, I text message them, I email them on a daily basis until I get a response to them, until they tell me no, I don't want it, or yes, let's get on a call. And a lot of times these people are busy.
Yeah.
So you need to contact them many times before they're ready to say, yeah, let's talk on Tuesday. So that really is what you can't just assume that they don't want to talk to you. They might just be busy. So every single day.
There's really innovative tools out there, by the way, in terms of following up. We use a program for Gmail called Boomerang. Very, very powerful tool. It's an add-on. It costs $15 a month. You could send someone an email and click Boomerang and ask if you don't get a response back, it will remind you. So let's say you set your reminder Boomerang and you say, if I don't hear back in 24 hours, please tell me that I didn't hear back. And that way, your email is already recycling the leads for you. Activity equals money. A typical day for us at Wealthy Commercials is every hour on the hour we have a meeting. Sometimes it's every 30 minutes, every 30 minutes back to back to back. That is because we are a good team. ELIAS makes sure that everything is backed up. All the meetings are planned, and I just have to come in on the meetings and sort of design the package for them and hopefully close it. ELIAS closes as well, but our general structure is he sets it up, I knock him out. It's sort of like T-ball, remember? He puts the ball on the tee, and then I come and I crack out of the park. Go ahead.
So another different methods of getting leads. So really, one of the main reasons why I decided to work with Berel is because he was the first person to ever tell me that he had, several different mediums of getting leads. The main one being LinkedIn. And I found this something innovative. So nobody's just giving you a list with a bunch of phone numbers that 1,000 people already called. I knew that my leads were hot. I knew that if I had 1,000 phone numbers, I know that they were all hot. I would call all 1,000, and I knew it would work well. So different methods of getting leads. That's also something that's very important. Don't just do cold calls. It's not going to work. You need to get into the 21st century.
Yep. We don't cold call here, by the way. That's one of the things that we have a company policy. We will never cold call. We do not pick up the phone, and we do not call people and ask for the secretary to refer us to the right person within the company.
So the last point I touch on here, as an entrepreneur inside a company, the CEO, yes, he will be in the meeting. The meeting's done. They say, yes, Mazel Tov, everything is good to go. But now he has to go take care of payroll, talk to the production team, talk to whatever it is he has to do. You have to make sure, even though everybody else is celebrating, you got to make sure there's a touchdown and the money is exchanged and the deal is actually completed. Because he's not going to think about this until 3 or 4 days later. Hey, what happened to that? You need to make sure that you actually conclude the deal, money's exchanged, propositions are signed, and the deal is closed. So,
money in the bank. That's where the magic happens. All right. Everything else until then is fluff. Contracts are very nice. Promises are very nice. Handshakes are very nice. We want money in the bank. So let's sum it up. Again, you do not need to start your own business. And by the way, you should not start your own business until you have a ton of experience working in a business on an intimate level and seeing how, because I worked in many businesses before this, I was able to see, okay, you need an accounting department, you need an HR department, you need a project manager, you need insurance, you need all these. Once you know that you need all these things, but that takes a long time to do, ladies and gentlemen. But I'll tell you this, that the easiest way to start your own business in any company is within the sales or business development portion of it, because that is the most entrepreneurial portion of any business. Thompson Bell, thank you for watching. God bless. Let's make entrepreneurs great again. And we will see you on the Berel Solomon Show.